The voiceover business is exploding, and I'm here to tell you all about it this morning. What's going on? I'm Bill DeWeese, professional voiceover talent, voiceover coach, author of a couple of voiceover related books, the latest right here. You can pick up the digital download for less than 10 bucks. And if you want the paperback version or the audiobook, link is below the link is below in the description. You guys catch me at the worst part of the entire day before I actually have a voice, which is kind of weird being a voice talent, but it is what it is. And it doesn't seem to bother you too much. I think yesterday we had like 79 people on the live stream. Our numbers are growing. Obviously, you're sharing this with your friends, your voiceover friends and voiceover hopefuls, and I appreciate that. So thanks for your subscription. Thanks for the thumbs up, the likes, the shares, all of that stuff. I so appreciate it. And you guys have gotten me so excited about voiceover. You just kind of not that I wasn't excited before, but it kind of reinvigorates me when I have a chance to interact with you like this. And I'm actually going to do my first live event for the first time in over 8 years. I've done a number of them over the years, but it's been over 8 years. And so we're going to do it right here in my neighborhood here in the Chicagoland area. It's going to be a very small, intimate gathering, 100 people max, and it's going to be May 13th, not May 13th. Strike that. It's going to be July 13th. That's a Saturday. And I'd love to see you there. Now, here's the thing. To make sure that you get your ticket, I've set up a wait list, and I've put a link below in the description, but the URL is BillDeWeeseLiveEvents.com, BillDeWeeseLiveEvents.com. When you get on that wait list, when the registration opens, you'll be the very first to receive a text and an email letting you know that it's open. That way, your chances of getting in are much better. In addition to that, when you get your ticket that day, you'll get 50% off the full retail price. So that's a pretty big deal too. And it's not just me. Mallory's going to be there teaching on Fiverr. Kayla Brick is going to be there showing you guys how to make money with voiceover using the Upwork platform. It's going to be a lot of fun, very interactive, and a lot of learning is going to be happening on July the 13th. Put it on your calendar. Make sure you're on the wait list if you aren't. So last night I was just kind of flipping through my book. In case I didn't mention it earlier, which I know I did, but I was flipping through it last night thinking, what do I want to talk about this morning that would be helpful to you? Because that's what this morning live huddle is, to give you information, to motivate you, to inspire you, but also to empower you, to give you the information you need to be successful in voiceover. And there was something that I haven't talked about in a while that I thought I should bring up again. And that is the fact that voiceover is exploding. And I don't mean that in the bad way. I mean that in the good way, as in it is blowing up. Think about this. Think about the amount of streaming content that has developed over the past few years on all the platforms. Max, Netflix, Hulu. And I don't know what the definitive number is on that in terms of streaming hours, but there is so much more content now than there was just a few years ago. And that's just an indicator of what's happening with content in general. We are in the middle. When we look back on this, we will look at this as the era of the content explosion. And there's a number of reasons for that, but one of the reasons is it's just so cheap to create. It's easy and cheap. Several decades ago, creating video was cost prohibitive. Now everybody is creating video. It's easy to produce audio now. It's cheap to produce audio now. From a marketing standpoint, we have direct access to clients now who are creating, are content creating and need voices. For instance, if you look at the video game industry, you may have heard this before, but the video game industry generates more revenue than the movie and the music industries combined. Think about that. That is absolutely mind-blowing. So there's a big source of voiceover work right there. Also, the number of commercials, it used to be radio and TV. That's where you do commercials. But with social media, that's a whole new thing. A lot of the commercials I do now, some are for TV, but a lot are for social media. I recently did a Pringles commercial. That was for social media. Orange Theory, that was for social media. And these are just a few examples. In addition to that, e-learning. E-learning used to be very cost prohibitive for companies to create. Now, it's from a technology standpoint, it's just, I remember back in the day, I used to work for a corporate learning services company. LMSs, learning management systems, could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to equip a major company. There are now open source free LMSs for companies. So not only they can get the platforms free, but it's next to nothing to be able to create the content. I mean, within context compared to what it used to be. And so there's big demand for voices for e-learning. And and then these are just a few examples. Did I mention audiobooks? Audiobooks, my gosh, what a huge industry that has become. I woke up this morning, got in the shower, and my wife always listening to an audiobook in the morning. But the audiobook industry is growing exponentially. The point of all of this is to say there is plenty of opportunity. Now, a lot of people will say, well, what about AI? AI is going to, is going to kill the whole thing. I don't think so. In my case, AI has only given me more opportunity and helped me make more money. Now, there's no doubt that people who would never have paid for voiceover, or people who place very, very low value on the content, especially like e-learning and that kind of thing, and people who would have hardly paid anything to begin with, they will use AI. But people who place high value and understand that to be able to generate to move people to action, whether it be through training or commercials or what have you, there has to be, first of all, there has to be engagement. There has to be a connection with the audience. And that's what we as real human beings bring to the game. So the forecast for voiceover is very bright indeed. I'm glad you're on this journey. And that's why I'm excited to spread the word. I'm an evangelist for voiceover because this is where it's happening. This is where the future's at. This is your best opportunity to build a lucrative home-based business where you have a chance to express yourself creatively and to do something that's rewarding and it's fun and you can create a lasting, it's a legacy, an impact in your family for generations to come. I mean, I look at my kids now, have been involved in voiceover. I'm a little excited right now. Forgive me for that, but it's just an exciting industry to be in. It's exciting to look at the future. It's exciting to see where we're going. And I'm really glad you're on this journey with me. So again, thanks for being here. If you would take a moment, if you haven't, and just let me know where you're watching or listening from this morning. And I'm going to do a little shout out, roll call. Rob Ryder was first in this morning. Congrats, Rob. Rob is hanging out with his sons at Bob Evans, which makes me start thinking biscuits and gravy. Oh my gosh. I love me some Bob Evans. And one of the hard things about moving from Ohio back to Illinois is the fact there's no Bob Evans within driving distance of where I live. And that sucks. Hope you're having a good morning, Rob. Or Emma in Huntington Beach. Good morning to you. Nephi in Knoxville, Rick in Des Moines, Dave in New York City, Ethan in Toronto, Phil in Tokyo, Terry in Maryland, JR in Austin, Texas. Let's see, Corey in Wisconsin, Rusty in the far north there, Upper Peninsula of Michigan, Monica's in Poland, Sandra in Dallas-Fort Worth, Daisha, good morning, John, good morning to you in Rhinebeck, New York, Sarah, what's going on in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, Amisha in South Carolina, Aaron in Columbia, Missouri, Julie in Hummelstown, Pennsylvania, Mary, New Jersey, Amanda in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Are you going to do that second event at your house on July 14th? I am. And I'll take a second to just give you a sneak peek. July 13th is the public event that we're going to do, limited to 100 people. On Saturday, the 14th, I'm going to do an even more limited engagement, 10 people only, here at my house in my studio, where we're going to work one-on-one. I'm going to be coaching each of 10 of you individually, put you in the studio. We'll do some commercial reads, some narration, various types of reads. It will be recorded, so you'll have the recordings of that. And it's for those who register for the Saturday event. So when you register for the Saturday event, at that time, you'll be given that information and the option to register for the Sunday event, should you so choose. So thanks for asking about that, Amanda. Theo says, good morning from the kitchen table in lovely Palos Hills, Illinois. I'm looking forward to getting on my bike and heading to that live event in July. Theo, I hope you mean a motorcycle. I know you live in Palos Hills or Palos Heights, which is just it's going to be a bit of a ride for a bicycle. Just saying. Tolga in Australia, only starting voiceover this year. I must be part of the trend and happy to be. Well, we're happy you are as well. We've got Bob, a beautiful day here in Brantford, putting my video dubbing audition together and starting on my animation demo today. Fantastic, Bob. John, good morning from the den in my home in Memphis. plus a hello from the fur ball. I guess that would be the cat, Amelia. John in Denver, Angela, howdy to you in Harmony, North Carolina, Dewan in New York City, Dennis, good morning. We've got Trippy in Northwest Ohio. Let's see. Good morning, Bill. I spoke with Fred last night, and I'll be joining the voiceover blueprint later today. Looking forward to being part of the community. Now that is a double bell ringer. Man, welcome to the Blueprint family. I'm very excited about that. Thanks for sharing. I look forward to connecting with you soon. Let's see here. Oh, let's see. YouTube is moving the chat on me. Let me see if I can find my place again. We've got Casey in Missouri, Javier in Los Angeles, Wayne in Port Orchard, Washington, listening on the phone while at work in Texas. It keeps me awake. Monica says, thank you for spreading the excitement. Well, Monica, thank you for being here. Preston in Houston, Texas, James in Michigan, Jason in Louisiana, Maudie in Maryland, Don and Debbie in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Let's see here. William in New Orleans, Megan in Manitoba, Matthias in Munich, Bob in Wadsworth, Ohio, Wally in Annapolis, Maryland. Theo, of course, reminding you all, as usual, to hit the like button. Thank you, Theo, and thanks, everybody, for your help with that. We've got good morning from Dundee, Michigan. Calvin, how are you doing? Rebecca, how are you doing today? Another VoiceOver Blueprint member in Michigan. Ron in Kansas. Jason in Newport, Oregon. Baylor from Newton, Iowa. Zach, good morning to you in North Florida. I just purchased an AT 2020, working on soundproofing the closet. Fantastic, Zach. Heather, good morning to you in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Guys, I so appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of this. It's fun to get together just to share a good word to start the day. And just want to make sure that we get you started on the right foot. It's all about giving you the information, equipping you with the right tools, the knowledge to help you be successful. That's what not only the live stream, but this entire channel of about 1,300 videos is all about. So if you haven't checked out the rest of it, be sure to do so. Have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning.